network security. First 3 weeks we're working on WANs, and the students did the PPP lab, and they still have to put on authentication. So we can finish that up on Tuesday. Cybersecurity, we're still trying to decide Tuesday, Thursdays, Monday, Wednesday. Right now the votes are Tuesday, Thursday for those who have talked to me. OSI model, talked a little bit about that. And this is Thursday, week 1, day 2. Talked a little bit about the difference between circuit switch and packet switched. Circuit, we set up a circuit between 2 locations. Packet switch, those packets find the best way and then they get put back together on the other end. I talked a little bit about, we talked about encapsulation, we talked about the Ethernet frame and cyclic redundancy check, where it checks to see if there was an error. What happens is the frame, an algorithm is run, and some number then is stored based on the algorithm on the bits in the frame. The frame travels somewhere, they run the algorithm again, see if the bits match. If they don't, drop the packet, or frame in this case. Those things we need to know as we start studying how we move things and encapsulate and VPNs. Yeah, when we get to VPNs. So I talked about WANs. We either have private or public. Public is the internet, and we have a variety of ways to connect the internet. And we also talked about VPNs connecting the internet. Another way to do it is private. You can use dedicated lines. You get lease lines and set up your connections there. If it's a switched network, instead of dedicated, it either has circuit switch or packet switched networks. We talked a little bit about MPLS, multi-protocol labeling system. I'd have to look that up. Or switches, I'm not sure, but anyway, we talked about that a little bit. We talked about WAN Ethernet, or what they're called long haul Ethernet. Okay. Yeah, we had a little diagram here showing the network as an example. I talked a little bit about data terminal equipment, data communications equipment, which figures out how to send it across your media, and then it gets converted back to something data terminal equipment can understand. Like you have a router here, and you have a router here, and your network connected to that. You know. Let me see here. Let me do this. You have your network connected there, and then you have a router and maybe a network there. You have some communications equipment connected to the router, like a DCU, DSU, that allows you to send that signal. And we talk about clocking and so forth. Demarcation, equipment you own, equipment your provider owns. And that distance to get to the provider's office, now this used to be easy because it used to be the phone office, it's called the local loop or the last mile. Looks like enough on this page. In fact, that would pretty much cover it for the day. I should finish up here. The students worked on the PPP lab, and we're going to finish CHAP, and we'll finish that up on Tuesday and start chapter 3. Actually, we'll go through a good share of 3 and maybe even talk a little bit about 4 on Tuesday, and then finish up 3 and 4 on Thursday next week.